Hey guys, it's Happy Dude. Now, let's fix some problems on the Volkswagen Jetta that I talked about in my previous video. And I would also like to add, this is something that I forgot to say, but the seats in this car are really soft. You can sit a whole day in it. In modern cars, they are so unnecessary hard, especially in BMWs. And I discovered another very interesting feature in this car, and that is a transfer power supply hidden away here for 220 volts and 150 watts. So you can charge batteries or whatever. That's a very cool feature. Alright, let's fix the problems in this car. So while I was driving, I noticed that the mirror was vibrating. That's because it's loose. So let's glue that back together. And this is why the mirrors come loose with Volkswagen, because you have to turn this knob if you want to heat up the mirrors, and if you leave it there, it will keep heating up, and that's why the glue comes loose. So never forget to turn it off. And now let's take this out. So the cables for the heating of the mirror you can just pull out. And it's very important to fix these kind of problems as soon as you can, because if it falls out, you have to buy a new mirror. And then I have sanded the two surfaces. Now I'm going to degrease them, and then I'm going to use a power epoxy. Alright, everything is degreased. Now I'm going to use the glue. It's with two components. That's very strong glue. Once you mix them, they will never come apart again. Okay, once everything is mixed, wait about a minute and then put the two pieces together, and then hold it like that for 5 minutes. Once the position is correct, put it on something soft and flat, and then just keep pressing down on it for about 5 minutes, and then you can leave it alone and let it dry for an hour, and then it should be strong enough. And now the door handle problem. When I lock the car and unlock it, I cannot open it anymore. So let's try to fix that. And before replacing the mechanism inside the door, we're going to try something else. First, pull off this rubber. And then remove this plastic. So I'm not going to open the door and replace or fix the mechanism inside, because that's a big job. You cannot remove this inner panel here, because you'll see that the door is closed off, and the door mechanism is on this side of the door, so you have to take out the outer door panel, and that's really a two-man job. So before I do that, we're going to try something simple here. Just some WD-40 and spray inside the holes to make the mechanism smooth again, and also inside the door handle and the lock itself. What you should also check is if the cable is in the right position. As you can see, it is not here until the end, and that's a good thing. It should be more to the inner side. If you see that the pin is all the way up until here, then you need to open this and put it back to that side, so more to the inner panel side. All right, let's spray. Well, you never know, I'm going to do this as well. I'm going to need my two hands for this, so all right, you can still see the marks of the WD-40. I have to say, this is a lot smoother. Now let's try it out if it works. So now the door is locked. Yes. Okay, now let's open it. I'm very curious. Hey, it works again. So I'm going to do all the locks just to make sure. So if your door is still stuck, try to lock, unlock, and when you hit unlock, bang the door about here or here, and keep doing that while you're locking and unlocking, and normally it should come loose again, and then your door handle will work. If that is not the case, you will need to replace the mechanism inside. Alright, next up is the media center. So the SD card reader doesn't work, so I went to Volkswagen and asked if they could fix that with an update. Apparently they never heard of it. So a mechanic came and he said that the update with this vehicle is through the SD card reader, so we cannot fix that, or it would be very expensive because they have to replace the whole thing. Very stupid, I know, but that's how it is with electronics these days. But luckily the disc player still works, so I just burned some music onto a disc, put it inside, and then I can copy it to the hard drive in the media center, which still works, luckily. The next problem is a leak tire, but I went to the tire center and they could not pull the wheel off because there is a safety bolt right here, and I did not had the key to loosen this up. I searched the whole car, it's not there. Apparently the previous owner has lost it. So back to Volkswagen, and they say they didn't have the key and I had to order one, and it's $100 for that stupid key. That's way too expensive. So I went to another garage, they didn't have it either. Then I went to another one and they had it, and they were willing to help me. So they could pull out the bolt, gave me 4 new ones for all the wheels. It's €6 for a bolt, times 4 is 24, and €4 for labor, that's €30 or dollars. So that's not bad at all. Okay, we are now on our way to the alignment center for the wheels, because as you can see, the wheel is not that straight. It's also very hard to keep the car in a straight line. It's dancing on the road. And also watch what happens when I accelerate and release. The car pulls to the right very violently, so that's pretty dangerous. Alright, I'm at the alignment center. The lasers are connected to the wheels. And he's now correcting the steering wheel and the camber. So the back wheels were pointed to the right, the front wheels were pointed to the left, and also my camber was way too positive. As you can see now, the wheel is straight and the car doesn't pull to the left, and when I accelerate and release the gas, the car doesn't pull to the right anymore. And the total for the 4 wheels was €65.